All right, guys, welcome back to the DC show. In today's video, we're going to be discussing our favorite superheroes. Stick around.
All right, so Captain America is my favorite superhero. I've read his comics since I was younger, and I've just always had a connection with him. I think partly because I'm an American, so it's that natural like patriotism. Like he's the captain of my country. He's Captain America, so he's got good morals. He's always fighting for the little guy. I've always wanted to do that myself, and just kind of resonated with me that he's always, no matter what, even before he had his super serum, he was always trying to do what's best, even though he was a little scrawny guy. And yeah, he did get his powers through a substance, but I mean, he still would sacrifice his life for his fellow person. Like
in the MCU, they actually chose him partially because of his heroism that was built into his personality, right?
Yeah, for Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Yeah, that they chose him as the actor. Is what you're saying?
No, Steve Rogers. They chose him to be Captain America.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying they chose Chris Evans because he's kind of a political actor.
Oh, I don't know about that. But I'm talking about like Steve Rogers in the MCU, his character, like they threw the grenade and he jumped on it knowing like, hey, I'm going to sacrifice to myself, but I'm going to save people. It doesn't matter that he's the little guy. He had the hero in him already.
Yeah. So
yeah. You want to talk a little bit about his power set? I mean, those things are cool. That's stuff that's built into him. But what did he gain when he became Captain America?
He got super strength. He's got stamina, speed, like he's super. I mean, I think it enhances intelligence a little bit.
Yeah, he's a really good strategist too, right?
Yeah, so he's good at planning things, and that's why he makes him a great leader. So
what's interesting is Colossus, my favorite superhero, has a lot of similar attributes to Steve Rogers. He also is maybe not a leader so much, but he's really, I guess I would say maybe meek is the way to describe him. He's got power under restraint. Oh, well, I mean, his hands are metal, but they're not really knives, more like blunt.
I'm sure he could probably
objects. Maybe. No, I meant the attribute of being meek, not
sorry.
the character. But yeah, I mean, like the way I've heard the term meek described is power under restraint. He is very powerful, very strong. I think the current version of him is rated 100-ton plus lifting capacity.
Wow.
But he doesn't like to have to use his powers. He prefers not to.
Well, for sure.
He's an artist. He prefers to be in his human form and not be using violence.
Yeah.
He resorts to violence only when he has to. Ironically, both of our favorite heroes were quoted the whole like language thing, calling out to their team for using foul language, which is kind of funny. For me, I've always been a fan of like the melee type heroes, the ones that use their brute strength and stuff, and kind of rooted back to one of the old X-Men video games in the arcade. I used to play the X-Men arcade game. I also used to play the Captain America and the Avengers arcade game, which is interesting. He's with, I think, like West Coast Avengers, got White Vision in there and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I used to play both those back at Castle Amusement Park in Riverside. Ironically, his power set in that, he has the ability to like, he gets like energy shield that comes off him, which makes no sense, has nothing to do with his power set in the comics. But Colossus, he finds out that he's a mutant when he's in Russia. He actually is rushing to protect his sister, who's a runaway tractor about to take her out. His sister ends up being Ilyana later on, who's magic in the Marvel comics. He rushes to go stop her and turns into his metal form without even thinking about it, and stops this tractor from taking out his sister.
Nice.
And then has to kind of hide his powers from the Russian government, because they'll try to take him. In fact, they come after his family and stuff in the comics. So yes, he is Russian. He is a Russian character, but he does defect from Russia and join Xavier at his school and becomes an X-Men. His power set, he turns his body to organic steel. It's kind of depends on which comic you read as far as how strong it is compared to some of the other metals in Marvel comics, but it's very strong. There's no limitation from what I know about how long he could stay in his metal form. When he's in his metal form, he doesn't need to eat, drink, breathe. He can go to space. He can go under the ocean.
But yet he eats cereal in Deadpool too.
Yeah. So Deadpool did portray him in his metal form constantly, which is ironic because he would never do that. He would be in his human form as much as possible. So yeah, they have him sitting there eating cereal in Deadpool. Whatever. I still, honestly, Deadpool is still the best portrayal, in my opinion, of him in any live action project.
That's cool.
I
I'm
mean,
excited to see him hopefully soon in the whatever mutant projects come
yeah,
out.
yeah. I mean, he recently became the unstoppable Colossus, so he was imbued with the power of Sidorak, kind of like what power is Juggernaut, and he became insanely powerful. And his meekness kind of went away. He started to kind of rage out and just care about destruction, and it was kind of scary for him, But yeah, so he's always been willing to sacrifice himself for the team. And that's kind of why I like him. He's not afraid to put himself in harm's way. He's kind of the tank of the party, if you will. If you play any video games and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so some of his other powers, I mean, he's a really huge character. I mean, he increases in size when he changes to his metal form. Yeah. For his size, he's extremely agile, extremely skilled hand-to-hand fighter. His skin, or his metal form, rather, depending on which comic you read, has been resistant to magnetism. It's also been resistant to magic. I think more recently he's not resistant to magnetism. I believe I think it was Worldbreaker Hulk kind of like pretty much destroys his arms, and Magneto has to fix them before he could change back to his human form, or else his arms would be kind of obliterated. Pretty gruesome. Yeah. But yeah, he's super strong, fast. I mean, they show him kind of doing some fighting in Deadpool, which was fun, but they kind of didn't show him really
It was
to
a
his
Deadpool movie,
full
not a
potential.
Colossus
For sure,
X-Men
for
movie,
sure. He gets beat up a little bit by what's her name, Angel, whatever. Was kind of beat him up a little bit, but he was trying to be respectful because he's fighting a woman, right? So that's Colossus though, so that probably would happen actually. But yeah. Anyways. Let us know, what is your favorite hero? What are their power sets, and why do you like them?
Do it.
Do it in the comments. Write it in. Tell us what you like about them.
How much you like Captain America more than you like Colossus.
What about second?
Or vice versa.
What about second favorite heroes? Do you have a second favorite hero?
Ooh, that's tough. I like a lot of. Probably Cyclops. I like Cyclops a lot.
Hey, underrated. Very underrated. I think the cartoon did him wrong a little bit. I'm actually
I like Cyclops a lot because he's very similar in Cap when he's a bit like the leader, and he's kind of like fighting for.
I think the way he's portrayed, he's a little more rigid, I think, than Steve Rogers as far as following the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's very by the book. And his power set though is pretty insane. A lot of people don't know, but like I believe in the original iteration anyways, when he opens his eyes, it's like opening a gateway to another dimension. That's like energy from that dimension. Oh, wow. And it's pretty insane. He's like super powerful. He can let out so much power. I think I read somewhere that he's got roughly like half the power of a nuclear power plant he could expel from his eyes. Yeah, that's crazy. Pretty crazy.
What about you? What about second favorite for you?
Probably Spider-Man. I know it's kind of
I gotta get you the mask.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You should be wearing it right now.
My beard would be all like hanging out of it. I think it's maybe kind of a somewhat typical choice, but I've just always really liked Spider-Man. Sure. I think what's funny about Spider-Man is he's very similar to Deadpool, which you're a big Deadpool fan too, right?
I do like
maybe not second favorite, but I think he's up there for you.
Yeah, for sure.
He reminds me a lot of Deadpool because the inner monologue that goes on a lot. I mean, Deadpool's stuff is usually said out loud, I guess, and said to the audience a lot of times. But it's interesting the kind of the similarities between those characters, but yet they're so different as far as how they interact with people and stuff, Yeah. But I really like the little quippy, one-liners and cheesy stuff going on in his head all the time.
The fourth wall, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man, I've always liked Spider-Man. It's actually from the time I was a kid,
I'd love if they could get Spider-Man and Deadpool together. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, hopefully. That would be like a dream of mine. It'll never happen, in my opinion.
No?
Nope, never happen. Unless it's like a super...
Prove us wrong, Marvel.
Unless it's a super toned down Deadpool.
Or unless he's like a cameo in a Spider-Man movie.
No. He'd have to be super
toned. Or Spider-Man's a cameo in his movie.
Any Spider-Man property, there's too many kids that like Spider-Man. They could not throw Deadpool in his full glory into anything that's got Spider-Man in it, in my opinion. I'd love to see it happen. Prove me wrong. Marvel, prove me wrong. Come on, Feige. You could do it. But
let's get these two together in a movie just for us.
Hey, no, that would be cool. Seriously, that would be really cool.
Good team up.
Yeah, no, they'd be an excellent team up. I think Colossus would be fine following orders from Cap. I think Cap's a better strategist.
Get probably right on his shoulders.
He probably could. I don't know if he'd do it that way. That would be difficult, and that's gonna be really loud in the mics. But no, that would be awesome. I'd love to see them team up. I really would love to see Colossus go toe to toe with a lot of different heroes, or not heroes necessarily, but characters in the MCU, whether it's a villain,
Enhanced beings.
enhanced beings. There's a lot of different names they're calling them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see the MCU's iteration of Colossus. I
think
hope
they'll do a good job. I mean, they've done well with every other character for the most part.
I mean, there's been so many different X-Men teams, and he's been a part of a lot of them, but not all of them.
Sure.
So I do have a little bit of concern that they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna use him.
We've used him in like every other movie, including Deadpool. So maybe
Yeah.
I hope they do.
Yeah, with Deadpool being officially coming back to the MCU as Ryan Reynolds, and I'm guessing to some degree that's gonna make his past stuff canon, maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, he was time traveling at the end, basically, with that.
That's true. He was. Yeah. Oddly similar to the way they traveled in Endgame. I don't know. So I mean, tied in with Cable, maybe.
Thanos.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother thing there, right?
Josh Brolin.
I mean, I guess Thanos is Thanos. He's not Josh Brolin, but I mean,
Nope.
They're
one and the same.
Kind of interesting, yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know, who would you like to see Captain America crossover with from, like, say the Fox properties coming over to the MCU? Whether it's a team up or
for sure.
Versus.
If they can't get Spider-Man with Deadpool, maybe Cap. That'd be awesome. That'd be fun.
No. Who would you like to see Cap with?
Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cap and
they
Deadpool.
have Cap and Deadpool in the comics sometimes too. So
Gotcha.
I have an Old Man Cap comic it's a Deadpool comic, but it has Old Man Cap riding his shoulders.
I imagine there'd be a lot of headbutting going on there between those two characters.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
a lot of language.
Yeah, language. Yeah, a lot of times probably. That'd be pretty fun to see that for sure. Yeah. And we see Deadpool and Colossus already, obviously. That's kind of funny. I mean, Colossus basically stands there and lets him hurt himself, which is pretty amusing. That's probably how it would play out, I think, in the comics. So that was pretty fun.
Well, who else would you like to see him with? Anyone?
Colossus. Who would like to see Colossus with?
Sure.
I mean, I'd love to see him with Spider-Man. I think that'd be fun. I know this is already happened in his other iterations, but just seeing him with Wolverine, I mean,
Cannonball special.
Fastball special, but yeah.
Cut that. Fastball special.
Yeah, I mean, their move in the comics, the fastball special, Colossus literally throws Wolverine, which is pretty awesome.
Like a cannonball, right?
Like a cannonball, yeah. Sometimes I've heard people call it the cannonball special. only once though, ever.
It's canon now.
It's canon now, yeah.
Cannonball.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously Wolverine and Colossus team up in every X-Men movie that he's in, although Colossus gets a little underrepresented in the Fox X-Men movies, so you don't really get to see any of that cool stuff going on. He's kind of one of the younger students in those movies, so he's not really part of the real team. He's just kind of there trying to help out and save some people.
Yeah.
But in truth, Colossus is one of the older members. I mean, he joined in the comics anyways exactly when Wolverine joined in the giant size X-Men back in like 73, I want to say it was. They actually show up to go save Cyclops and his team from is it Krakatoa Islands? Is that how you say it? Anyways, we'll put it down here. I'm sure I said it wrong. But the island's basically alive and is captured the original X-Men, and Xavier recruits these extras, which includes Storm and Colossus and Wolverine. So nice. They have to go save the X-Men. So
sweet.
Good stuff.
And one of the main reasons that I'm a huge Captain America fan is that he inspires others to do good. Namely, my business. I opened a business called Outburst Rage Room in Murrieta, California. That's where we film a lot of our videos. A rage room is a place where people can have a cathartic release of emotions through smashing a bunch of items that are set up for them in the room. And a lot of people leave feeling a lot better. It can be very therapeutic. It can be very fun. So if you're in the Southern California area, please check out Outburst Rage Room.
Any of these guys or like Hulk would be good to come to the Outburst Rage Room.
Yeah.
That would not, I don't think the
Colossus, Hulk, you're all invited to come to Outburst Rage Room. All right, guys. So let us know who your favorite superheroes are. Leave us a comment below.
Take a moment to like and subscribe.
And have a marvelous day. Captain America Day.
Colossal Day. Have a colossal day.
That's a better one. Yeah.
Have a Captain Colossal Day.
There's that Captain Colossus, whatever merger.
That's right. That's right. And have a colossal day. What'd you just do?
Don't worry about that. I just went like this.
Oh, okay. I saw a reflection there. Your hand went up. I thought you were doing something mean.
Have a colossal day.
Have a colossal day. I will now. You can't see your well, you can see that shirt. You can't see your other shirt, probably.
Yeah. Captain America gear.
It's like you're almost like you're shielding your shirt.
Don't worry about that. The shield's meant to protect the shirt.
From whom?
From Jacob.
Yeah, but really it's shielding it from Sean Cannon.
Well, Sean knows what I look like.
And our adoring fans.
Well, 12 of them.
Hey, look at the subscriber count.
Went up.
It did tick up a bit the other day. Kind of exciting. Some people are starting to watch our videos. And some of them might be nerd babies.
Hopefully they are.
Hope not, actually.
You don't want baby nerds?
Wait, baby nerds are different than nerd babies. We discussed this.
No, we didn't.
We did.
So nerd baby.
Nerd baby is a nerd that's one of, I guess, MT's babies.
Oh.
But a baby nerd is a nerd candy that's small.
Or someone who's really into Marvel, but they're a child, a very young child.
Like young enough to be a baby?
Yeah. That would be a nerd baby as well. Or a baby nerd.
Are babies really into Marvel, or
Yes.
or their parents force it upon them
Hey,
unwillingly? Some people go as far as to have their kids born on certain days so they can make them Marvel fans.
really?
Yeah.
Like my son being born on 4th of July?
What?
I didn't make him be born on 4th of July. He just happens to be born on 4th of July, what happens to be the same birthday as Steve Rogers.
Made it happen.
I did make it happen.
Oh, I mean,
But I didn't make him come out on the 4th of July.
you might have though.
Actually, it was induced on the 3rd. Like her water broke on the 3rd.
Okay.
And he didn't come out till the 4th.
Well, that's because you're like, hey, it's the 3rd, but it was like almost midnight. So,
Well, her water broke like in the afternoon. Like,
well, that's because you're punching it.
that's besides the point.
Your Dexter said, I could do this all day
How did you know he said that?
until tomorrow when it's my birthday. Because we can mess it up all we want.
We can, I guess.
We can. And we intentionally mess it up all the time.
Yeah, intentionally.
I mean, we really do, actually.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, we don't really intentionally mess it up. We just have fun. And a lot of times when we have fun, we don't say things correctly or we just don't care.
Yeah. Or we call back to stuff where we messed up in the past.
That's true. Like Marlove
That Thunderous Day?
Yeah, that was horrible. Don't try that.
You
Ever.
should try it.
You should try it. I think I might move closer. There we go. Not the stick around's fine. The stick around's fine. I mean, I didn't like what I did.
I love what you do.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
All right. We're both married men to women.
For now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to be a man for...
You're not gonna be a man for long?
Not a married one. I could just be silly and be touching stuff. I don't know.
Well, today we want to discuss why these are our favorite heroes.
Stick around. Anyway. How are you guys doing today? Leave us a comment.
Comment. Do it.
Please.
Please comment.
Especially you watching it right now.
Specifically you.
Comment.
Talking to you.
Amber.
Amber. Wait, what?
Anyone named Amber that may be married to Corey.
I wonder how many Ambers we have out there that are subscribing. Let us know. Chime in the comments.
There's at least one.
Maybe two. She better be subscribed still.
She's not. Unsubscribe.
We're gonna hunt you down. Wait,
You know where she lives.
that won't be hard to do. All right, so my favorite hero is Colossus, and he's by far superior to Captain America in pretty much every way.
Except for penis length.
He might not be able to lift a hammer, but he doesn't need one. He is a hammer.
It's also a communist piece of shit.
They don't need to know That Colossus's penis is much larger than Captain America's. You don't need to tell them about that?
It was smaller.
No, you said it except for in penis size.
Yeah.
So it's better in every way. The problem is his penis is just too big, so it's not
Oh,
good.
got it. And it's metal, so it probably really hurt.
Only when he's in metal form.
He's always in metal form in my heart.
He is in Deadpool. But just, money. You gotta.
Yeah, he doesn't have legs here either.
And he's still almost as tall as Captain America, who's standing partially on a rock and on his tippy toes.
All right, guys. My favorite character is Colossus, and I love him so much. Oh, sorry.
No, it's true. That's the truth.
I love Colossus. Look at his muscles.
The dog.
He does have big muscles.
I love your dog, Colossus.
Oh, I love my dog Colossus too.
Did you know his dog is named Colossus? And they named the superhero after his dog?
Mm-hmm.
True story.
Our other dog, he passed away unfortunately, but our other dog was named Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
They also named a X-Men character after him.
Yeah. My dog's name is Steven Rogers.
And Meatball.
Ruff Ruff.
Oh yeah, Rough Rough. Rough Nut?
Rough Nut.
Rough Nut. And play with it a little bit and find a way to string it together. Play with it a little bit and find a way to string it together. I'm sure you probably find Captain America and the Avengers, a little clip from that. You probably find the X-Men arcade game clip, including where it does his like pink energy that comes off of him. I'm like, frick, why does he do that?
I'll try.
But I used to actually really like playing Vision in the Captain America and the Avengers game.
Nice. Because he was white. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
You don't like colored vision.
I mean, let's be real. Color Vision looks weird. He's like green and red and yellow. It just looks weird. You're gonna edit the video, man.
All right.
You know what Mike Munoz says? If it feels good, do it. He also has another motto that I can't say on camera because
You can say it. I'll just edit it in.
Nope. Something about Fontana, and it's not good.
Mm.
Or is good, depending on what you're into. But yeah.
Ooh.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good shield.
Oh, the shield, yes.
Yeah.
The shield's hard too.
Yeah.
I meant like Colossus. He's
Have a colossal day.